Welcome to Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. I'm going to be playing a full custom party playthrough on Path of the Damned Upscaled, and I will be playing a ranger, and it's going to be based around Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. So before I begin, I will just show you the mods that I'm going to be playing with. So I've got the community patch installed, the shield quality fix for bashing shields. Subclasses have been unlocked, and I'm also using Una's rarities and the enhanced user interface. So without further ado, let's begin. And this is going to be a real time with pause playthrough. I don't like turn-based. I played and grew up with Baldur's Gate 2 when they first came out, and I like Pillars of Eternity 2 because it's real time with pause. Very few games are anymore, and it's a shame because it's a much better combat system. It's much more tactical, and it actually puts the C in CRPG. Turn-based is a throwback to tabletop role-playing because you can't simultaneously move 20 or 30 characters at the same time and have them attack, and that's something computers can do. And it seems stupid to hobble yourself and switch to turn-based. So this will be a real-time with pause playthrough. I'll be playing Path of the Damned Upscaled, as you can see here, and I will be using Beareth's Blessings. So you can actually see there's rather a lot of Beareth's Blessings. The reason for this is that Steam lost my achievement file. Then I did some more playthroughs and got my achievements back, but Steam lost it again a little while later. And while trying to find a fix for this, I found that someone on the Obsidian forums had actually uploaded the full achievement file, so I will be using this. I never actually had 212, and I have no idea where you get that 212 from. My original achievements had enough for me to enable about all but 5 of these things, but I don't feel like it's cheating because I did have really quite a lot of achievements, and it's not my fault that they were deleted. That was a Steam error, so I will be using them again. And I've selected everything for this playthrough. I've put in about nearly 3,000 hours on Path of the Damned Upscaled. So you can see here on my Steam profile how many hours I actually have played. So we're going to begin, and we're going to skip the intro because it's really boring, especially if you've seen it a lot of times. So this first video is just going to be character creation. So here we are, there's Beareth's Usher.
An aged dwarf shares this strange floating platform with you. His face is creased by so many wrinkles that his features lie buried amid shadowy pockets of skin. Still, the dwarf's well-practiced habits have left telltale tracks of a welcoming rictus across his visage. You can see his smile coming before it blooms, reshaping the dwarf's face from a hanging sack of flesh into something resembling an oddly carved, merry gourd, replete with unhealthy bumps and discolored splotches.
Okay, let's go see Beareth. It's a real shame you still have to cross this pathway. Would have been much nicer if they just started you sitting at the chair already. Here we are, Beareth playing tarot or something similar.
Please.
I will.
Thank you for joining us, Watcher of Cadnua.
The gaunt woman seated at the table is clad
in time-worn black armor that
okay,
seems too
don't need to
massive
read
for
that
her
out.
to move in. A pale, slender neck rises from the gorget, topped by a hollow face. The milky skin stretched across it is delicate and translucent. like parchment that has been scraped clean too many times. She's preoccupied with the arrangement of cards on the table between you. With each movement, her armor squeaks and groans as though bearing an incredible weight. She places a final card, gives a nod of satisfaction, and raises her eyes to meet yours.
Your brush with the divine has drained you of your powers, fractured your memories. Look upon these cards. They represent the courses of your life. You alone know best how they flowed. Arrange them to fit what you remember.
So I'm gonna load a Pillars of Eternity 1 save where I actually had a Robin Hood character. But I have absolutely no memory of anything apart from the race. Going by the portrait, it was probably an elf. This whole system is a bit disappointing, really. Nothing is imported, just the decisions that you make. You can play a completely different race, different gender, have different statistics. Would have been nice if they'd at least set the imported values as defaults for the different options and then let you customize the character.
Does everything appear to be in order?
Yes, it does.
Good. Welcome to the Beyond. I am Bera. One half, anyway.
She points a finger in the direction of the dwarf who led you here. Though the movement is slight, her gauntlet squeaks like a rusty hinge. The dwarf's rictus returns as he nods in the woman's direction. The gods offered you boons in exchange for resolving the Hollowborn crisis. What did you do with the souls?
So I can't remember, but it looks like it was helping Halia. It's a bit of a shame because I actually prefer Berath's boon. Halia's is a bit dull and it can only be used once.
Tell me, do you remember when we last met?
Yes, in the halls of stars in Twin
You came to
Elms.
that tower seeking our aid. You prayed for help in reaching Theos, beyond the Court of Penitence, but would not pledge yourself to me. Still, a pledge unmade stands fairer in this court than a pledge broken.
She places a card in the middle of the arrangement. A bell tower with no bell. Her fingertips slowly drag away from the card, faintly creaking as they retreat across the table.
You had need of the gods once before. Now it seems we have need of you. The being that occupied Odnua's statue beneath your castle was the dead god, Eothas. Of this we are certain. What we do not know is though Eothas stole a large fragment of your soul, you were strong enough to survive the onslaught and enter the in-between. You and he are still connected. He has chosen a body made of living Atra, perfused with the power of thousands of souls, including yours. It should be little difficulty for an experienced watcher to find him.
I think as she's a god, it might be better to send her after him. Why don't you just do it yourself?
Taking a physical form in Aora is fraught with peril. Most mortal minds and bodies are incapable of containing divine power. It can lead to problems, as Eothas learned not long ago.
Her armored hand gingerly places a card sideways on the table. It features a man with a burst of light instead of a head.
I think there's an option, I remember, where you can say you don't want to do this, and the game ends before it even starts. It's kind of funny that they implemented that. Well, I'd like to find him as much as you would. He destroyed my castle and killed who knows how many people around it.
I know. It is my business to know. 322 in Cadnua.
I don't remember having that many followers and retainers.
Their souls remain in Eothas still. You have the power to save them. Serve me and I will return you to your body. Or don't, and return to the wheel.
Yeah, this is it. This is where you can return to the wheel. And let's get on with it.
Good. Before you return to Aora as my herald, you must remember who you were. The last whisper of life and death.
For a moment, the sockets of her eyes darken, leaving the pits of a death's head gazing out at you.
When you can picture your own face, the Beyond will lead you back to your own kind, to the world of mortals.
Okay, we create a character from scratch. And I'm pretty certain I was an elf, so we'll play an elf again, and it is a wood elf. And I'm going to be playing single class. I prefer single classes because of the higher power level talents that you can get. Although sometimes I play multi-class, but generally I prefer single. And I think in the last game in Pillars of Eternity 1, when I played Robin Hood, it was single class, so I'm going to stick with that. And I find that better for rangers anyway, because of the pet. I need a lot of points to improve the pet. So obviously we're going to be a sharpshooter, as this is Robin Hood. And not so keen on the slow recovery time, but none of the others really fit the way I want to play. Let me see, we will have... I think I had possibly an antelope in Pillars of Eternity 1. But I think I'll go for a wolf and take marked prey. So pet's name is Will Scarlet. And I want perception, lots of it. So dexterity, might, don't need resolve. So Bearer's Blessings will boost that back up to 10. So put that here, and I want some intellect so that the abilities last a bit longer. Yeah. And I'll take Living Lands for the might bonus. And we want to be Hunter because I want to get rid of traps. And Survival. So I'm going to take Warbow and hunting bow to start with. I don't want any guns on this ranger because it's Robin Hood, and Robin Hood used bows. In fact, when I first played Pillars of Eternity, I really didn't like guns. It took me a long time to actually start using them, but definitely for this character, bows are needed. And this was the same portrait that I had in my Pillars of Eternity 1 playthrough. So I'll carry on with this one. I think we need to just maybe make the skin a bit darker. That's too dark. That's nicer. Blue eyes and more yellow hair. Maybe this one and here. I always find these two colours confusing. The secondary one seems to be the main colour, and this primary colour seems to be like the shadows and things. Seems like they've got that mixed up somehow. Yeah, I don't want it too bright. That's too bright, I think. This is fine. And And we need a slightly different haircut. That's not good. It's not a man's haircut. Need maybe this one. Looks closest. Not exactly the same, but looks pretty similar. I'm happy with that. And as we are playing a kind of Prince of Thieves, Robin Hood, we're going to go with Noble, because in the film he was son of a baron. And the voice will be heroic. So I actually have a playthrough called Robin Hood, and I do not want to mix it up. So I will call myself Robin of the Hood. I seem to remember in the film they called Robin Hood this. I have no idea why. I don't know if that's got any historical accuracy, or if they just thought it sounded good. But it'll give me a way to distinguish the characters that I have. So, I think we're done with character creation. Yeah, sharpshooter wolf. I think we can begin.
Go forth now, Watcher, as my herald. Know that I do not give you this title lightly. When the time comes, you will have the power to reveal the souls that cling to you, to open the gateway from the in-between to the waking world.
Let's go.
Find Eothas. Learn his plans. When I have cause to talk to you, I will summon you.
Okay.
With a quick gesture of her hand, you feel a sharp pain in what would be your chest. The pain continues, intruding deeper into your soul. Looking down, you see a small lump of darkness roiling within you. The darkness lingers there, but the pain abates and fades entirely within the span of a few seconds.
A chime. Do not fear, Herald. It will not harm you unless you choose to cross me. I trust it will not come to that.
Her gauntleted hand gestures to the dwarf, hovering nearby. The dwarf nods, contorts his face with his odd smile, and gestures to a new door.
Okay, now we have to walk across this bridge. Again, it's another really boring, pointless walk. Would have been much nicer if they just built the bridge straight to the boat. In the first playthrough it looks pretty cool, but when you've done this about 30-40 times it gets really dull quickly and tedious. So, time to wake up.
The return to your body feels like waking after a fitful drunken sleep. The rocking of the ship sends pain jolting through your limbs. Crashing waves hammer inside your skull.
So we got 5,000 copper, 15 sailor experience, 50,000 copper, sails, stormwind sails, and warship hull.
Adair watches over your body with a glazed look, taking long, even tokes from his pipe. At the first movement of your chest, he starts. His gasp, mid-puff, sends him coughing and straining for breath.
No, there's no way. You're awake. What are you doing awake? How are you feeling?
Alive.
Alive's a big improvement.
I hate to cast a pall over your recovery, but I'm afraid I have some bad news for you.
The voice echoes from inside the bust. The remains of the steward of God Eothas.
God Eothas has been destroyed. Eothas possessed the statue of Maros Nua and rose from the ground, consuming the souls of all nearby. It is only by the exceptional strength of your soul that you survived. And even then, just barely. The further Eothas withdrew, the
Well, I
weaker
guess
you became.
Adair's got a strong
We
soul
charted
as well
this
as he
ship and
survived.
followed him to the Deadfire archipelago. I know not how, but it seems he has retained a piece of your soul. And proximity
The
to
steward
it has
is
brought you back.
complete wasted in this game. He's got absolutely no reason to talk to her.
How could you know all that? You've been faking on us.
He pokes at your shoulder with one finger.
Now the game
Misfortune's ruined
begins.
topside, Migrants fires the captain stirs.
An older man with ale sour breath rubs his bloodshot eyes and stares at you.
Engrim, the smell of drink on your breath could wake the very dead. Now what's this about?
Pirates. They're demanding parley with you, Captain.
I know this is asking a lot, but you better arm yourself and get on deck. Should be some gear in there.
He indicates a near...
Okay, turn on the AI and I'm gonna first level up because of the bearer's blessings, and this will also fill the wardrobe with more weapons. So I want athletics because I want to have definitely second wind, and I will go next for mechanics, and now I want diplomacy maybe, or bluff. I think bluff is more appropriate for Robin Hood. And we will increase the armor for Will Scarlet. Now we go for mechanics, increase survivor, and we'll get something for me. We will get marksman to improve our accuracy. Yeah, +5 accuracy. Which will help with this bonus that increases hits to crits at distances of 4 meters. And we will make Will Scarlet a better fighter. Let me just check. Yeah, Vicious Companion, 15 damage, 2 penetration. More mechanics and increase bluff. And I think now I will get, what is this, 50 damage to the weapons. Yeah, I'll improve the damage that I have. And I will also pick I need some kind of melee weapon, and I think I will go with rod. So most of these guns are all unfit for melee, except the blunderbuss, if I remember. But as I don't want guns, yeah, unfit for melee, unfit for melee. Pistols is okay, but I don't want guns. But I think the arbalist and the crossbow both unfit for melee, as are the bows. Whereas the only non-gun weapon that's ranged, that's not unfit, is rod. So I would take this. Maybe as I'm a noble, son of a baron, I got some experience with rods. So I think it's more of a noble kind of weapon. I seem to remember it being so, at least in Pillars of Eternity 1. So I will take this, and any time I get engaged I will switch to this, but can still benefit from ranged bonuses as it's a ranged weapon. And maybe later in the game I'll get some two-handed weapon. Now just a quick take everything.
Now make some use of it.
I will. So we want leather armor. And I will equip the rod here. And primarily use the warbow. But I may decide to use hunting bow in the game, I'm not sure yet.
The pirates of Deadfire are notorious. I suggest you deal with them quickly.
Okay, so that's the end of character creation. The next episode we'll go above deck and deal with the pirates. And then land on Port Margy.